Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life very much on your own terms. I feel like I haven't said that in so long, but really, I hope you're in your own narrative, family. It is so critical to be mentally sound at this time because they're starting to bend the truth. They're starting to literally destroy the truth, which could be a whole other show. It looked like the clouds were everywhere. I set the camera perfectly and now the sun is shining. We're so grateful for the spirit of Yah and Ra, family. But if it's messed with if you can't see me, I'm sorry, family. Maybe you're not supposed to see me, but those are stories for other days. I wanted to talk today about how Ethiopia has once again been rejected by Buckingham Palace. So Buckingham Palace has actually refused to return Ethiopia's stolen prince who was buried in Windsor Castle Gardens to Ethiopia. They said that removing his body would actually cause significant unrest to the other bodies that were buried there, and they were very sorry, and they'd already made concessions for the family to visit the chapel, etc. These are some of why they keep their powers, family. So in case you don't know who this guy is, so basically he was a descendant of Prince Alemayehu, who I actually met the grandson in Washington, D.C. Maybe I'll see if I have a book of his and maybe I'll talk about it another time. And he is the one who, when his empire was taken over, he actually killed himself. And they took this orphan who they say who was adored and supported financially by Queen Victoria, and he died at the age of 18, and he was buried at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. The palace said the chapel authorities had already empathized with the need to honor Prince Alemayehu's memory, but added they also had the responsibility to preserve the dignity of the departed. And family, when you look at his photos here, doesn't he look absolutely miserable? I mean, they're literally telling us like he was the favorite of the vampire Queen Victoria. Even my heart hurts a bit. Like when you look, his eyes are just so, and that's the thing about the psychosis of Babylon, the narcissism of Babylon, that they can kill your father and think that because they take you to a palace and they give you what they consider to be material wealth, that it should be okay. Because it sounds like, she adored him. Did he adore her? I mean, this is so sad. When I'm looking at his face, it's just like, he looks so sad in all his pictures from when he was young. It's like he was haunted. And they say, Prince Alemayehu was brought to England after his father, Emperor Theodorus II, killed himself as British forces stormed his mountaintop palace in northern Ethiopia in 1868. In fact, there's even a picture of the captain what was his name? Captain J.C. Speedy, who actually brought him to the divided kingdom. He was a prisoner. He was a slave, dudes. He was a slave, and they try and make it seem like, He was a royal guest of the queen. Like, you killed my daddy. Then you captured me and brought me here, and I'm your favorite. Like that, guys, I think I need to do a separate show on narcissism. This is narcissism, where someone can come and enslave you, or someone can come and take advantage of your family in front of you, and then they think, and then bring you into their home and think somehow you'll love them. That's degenerate thinking. That's degenerate thinking. So they say, following his arrival to Queen Victoria's palace in June 1868, he met the Queen at her holiday home on the Isle of Wight. They probably did some ritual. And she later wrote in her diary that he was a very pretty sight, a graceful boy with beautiful eyes and a nice nose and mouth, though the lips were slightly thick. Oh my God. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, family? Knowing that this is the family of the Peter. What if he was her lover or some sick thing like that? Because why is she describing a child like this? So why would they refuse to give his body back? They say they must honor the dead. I mean, there's all this, how he went to India and all this stuff, and they said, the British also plundered thousands of cultural and religious artifacts, including gold crowns and necklaces, alongside the prince and his mother. So these were like, I don't even know how to call it, like part of these guys were pirates. And there's a whole thing, family, where if you were to look at the current design of the world, it's like a pirate system. It's like they're using that marine magic. I don't even know if I want to insult the marine kingdom like that. Hey, maybe that's going too deep. But everything is a relationship, courtship, dealership. Everything is a ship. Anyway, let me not divert. So family, I really feel it has nothing. Because with the way she describes him, he probably had a halo. He was probably so high. These were one of these, he was probably brought from 5D reality. These were we were anointed family. We were different. He probably brought a whole different atmosphere and energy to her court and probably brought her a lot of luck. And I really feel, family, this is my opinion. I'll just say allegedly everywhere. Maybe there's something that was tampered with his body. Maybe there's some organs missing. And that's why they're refusing to give him back. Maybe there's rituals that have been done on him. Maybe they're using his body to still try and hold on to that essence, that spiritual essence, that anointed Christed energy that he was probably already carrying, because we came from that Christed consciousness and fell into the most abusive, most oppressive mindset that has ever existed. I mean, the way they make it sound, it's like they're not saying they enslaved him. Killed his dad, committed suicide, they enslaved him and his mother and took him. They don't even say what happened to the mother. But you see, we don't even know our own value, family. So sometimes we would not even understand the value of the remains of our royal priesthoods. And some may wonder, why is his family pursuing this so much? Why is the Ethiopian government pursuing this so much? And those are the questions you should be asking yourself. Oh my God. So near his burial spot is a plaque bearing the inscription, "I was a stranger and you took me in." But you know how I read that? I was a stranger and you took me. I was a stranger and you took me. There's so much family that they think they have so many heads of our ancestors and body parts of our ancestors. There are even rumors and allegations that the Babylonians even used to eat the mummies, eat the hearts of the mummies, eat the flesh of the mummies, hoping that they could somehow achieve immortality. This vampiristic nation that has ruled the world. And so they refuse. They've refused. But somehow I feel all those bodies they had, we're in a new dispensation now. If we were to look cleanly, Prince Alemayehu is probably reincarnated right now, and so that former vehicle just doesn't carry that power anymore. And you know, a lot of these things, it's like once these ancient ones and these pharaohs start to reincarnate, those things that they're holding of theirs will activate and actually turn on those people, or they'll disintegrate because it's like they've been replaced. It's like when you get a new car and you give away your old one or throw it away. But those are stories for other days. Special shout out to Ron Dalton family. Mark the date if you're in South Africa, especially in Johannesburg. June 11th, Soweto Theatre has agreed to, to premiere Hebrews to Negroes for the first time ever in Africa and for the very first time in South Africa. And the venue's beautiful. Damn, I didn't know Soweto Theatre was that. It's grand. Beautiful venue. You can get your tickets on Compute Tickets or Quick Tickets, family. The links are here. I'll also put the links down below. And it's just amazing. And I think it's such poetic justice and such a beautiful way to, they say all's well that ends well. I think spiritually and historically, it's just so beautiful that it gets to, that the first premiere in Africa is actually in Soweto. So definitely support, tell a friend to tell a friend, and just, until next time, family, stay up. From Errol and I in 5D reality, we love you so much. Tuko pamoja.